I bought a house here in 2004, but I moved here in 2008, and I commuted to Surrey, where I taught nursing at Kwantlen University, and until my retirement in 2012. But I've lived here regularly or permanently since 2008. I got a degree in nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and moved to the Cariboo in 1963. That was my first job, and that was my aim. I never wanted to be anything. I mean, I never wanted to work in hospitals. I always wanted to work public health. And so I went to the Cariboo, totally naive, totally unprepared, really, in terms of society out there, and well prepared in terms of nursing, but no experience. So it was a revelation for me, and a wonderful time. I had a huge territory from Williams Lake to Likely to Laclahash, and sometimes out the Chilcotin occasionally to Anaheim Lake, and Alkali sometimes, Gang Ranch at times. Sometimes I took somebody's district up to Macleese Lake area. So lots of miles, lots of driving back in no front wheel drive, and snow, ice. Like I came from Cloverdale in Surrey, and I wasn't used to driving on the snow, but I learned quite quickly. But I also had a lot of help from the people in the country. The science of memory says that if it's new, as you suggest, new, unexpected, has consequences and contains emotion, you're likely to remember it. And that was nursing, like every day. Something new, something worrisome, something had consequences, and yeah. So I remembered them. Well, I had a lot of books published before I wrote that one. So probably almost 30 before I started the memoir. So I had a lot of techniques and skills to bring to it. So that part of the writing it wasn't so difficult, but remembering accurately or trying to portray it accurately was a challenge, because I didn't want to. I didn't get permission from people to write about them, so I had to disguise them some way. So very often I put two characters to one, gave them a different name, or I certainly disguised the doctors and the lawyers, because they could be litigious. So there's no way you could tell who those doctors are that I used to fight with. So I had enough sense to do that, but so some of the years that they happened in some of the people I put them together to make another one, but the incidences all happened to me. Everything that is in the book happened. I set the next book, Always on Call, 10 years later, and by then I'm living on a ranch with a husband and 3 kids and lots of animals, and I'm still working public health. So I had both the nursing and the ranching to, all the adventures. And by then, my husband and I owned a plane, so we were flying all over the place as well. So but mostly I tried to focus the book on the nursing. But some people actually really like the ranching part of it, and all the animals. The animals have personalities too, so they're characters in the book. Especially my daughter's pig. I'm with the Sunshine Coast Writers and Editors Society. I'm a member of that, and that's quite a supportive group who everybody's trying. We're all trying to write. So it's fun to be part and see how people develop and what books they put out, and what's going on. And it's very active here. I'm fascinated at Michelle Nielsen is the artist who was collaborating with me for this festival. This festival is Arts and Words, where an author and an artist are chosen or picked randomly and put together. And we produce together a production, but in my case, she produced it because she read Always on Call and said, "I love the pig and your daughter," and so she did a a fabulous art, interactive art installation, I guess you'd call it, where she created this wooden suitcase with this beautiful design on it. And you open it up and there's all sorts of things inside. It's quite impressive. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a lively arts festival. And right down on the water, it's gorgeous.